Have you ever noticed how your face flushes red when someone catches you in an embarrassing moment, even though you haven't actually done anything physically strenuous? Or perhaps you felt tears streaming down your cheeks while watching a movie, despite knowing full well that it's just actors on a screen playing out a fictional story. What if I told you that these seemingly simple reactions are actually proof of one of the most profound and powerful forces you possess, a force that Carl Jung himself dedicated years to understanding, and one that could fundamentally transform how you approach your own health and well-being. The truth is, your mind and body aren't separate entities living parallel lives within you. They're in constant, intimate conversation with each other, communicating through a language so subtle yet so powerful that most of us go our entire lives without truly understanding its depth. Every single thought that crosses your mind creates a ripple effect throughout your entire physical being. Every word you speak becomes an instruction manual that your body has no choice but to follow. And here's what makes this absolutely fascinating. You've been wielding this power your entire life without even realizing it. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Has this ever happened to you? You're going about your day, not particularly hungry, when suddenly you catch a glimpse of food, maybe in a commercial, maybe just a picture on your phone, and instantly your stomach responds. Your mouth might even start watering. Your body is reacting to nothing more than an image, a thought. This is the mind-body connection in action, and it's operating within you every single moment of every single day, whether you're conscious of it or not. Now, what Jung discovered goes far deeper than these everyday examples. He understood that if your mind can make you blush, make you cry, make you feel hunger when there's no actual food present, then it stands to reason that your mind holds extraordinary power over your physical health in ways we're only beginning to fully comprehend. The implications of this are staggering. Your nervous headaches, your insomnia, that sensitive skin that breaks out during stressful periods, the way pain seems more intense when you're anxious. These aren't random occurrences. They're your body faithfully responding to the mental blueprints you're unconsciously creating. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover might surprise you. Jung developed a technique he called the healing vortex, a method so elegant yet so powerful that it works by harnessing this very mind-body connection you've been carrying around your whole life. Imagine a spinning force of energy moving through your body like a purposeful tornado, seeking out and correcting the imbalances that have been quietly undermining your well-being. This isn't about positive thinking or wishful hoping. This is about understanding that your thoughts and words are literal instructions, and your body has zero choice but to act on them. What happens when you begin to consciously direct this power, when you stop accidentally programming your body with limiting beliefs and instead deliberately choose what blueprint your body will follow? This is where the true transformation begins, and it's far more versatile than you might initially imagine. The beauty of this technique lies in its universal application. Whether you're dealing with the crushing weight of stress that seems to sit on your chest like a physical presence, or you're battling nervousness before an important meeting, or perhaps you're experiencing physical pain that conventional approaches haven't fully addressed, the healing vortex works on all of it. Jung witnessed people using this method for aches that had plagued them for years, for colds they wanted to speed through, even for accelerating recovery after surgical procedures. The hidden truth here is that your body already knows how to heal itself. What this technique does is remove the mental interference, those toxic thoughts and limiting beliefs that have been quietly sabotaging your natural healing capacity all along. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you told yourself, I always get sick during stressful times, or I have a sensitive stomach, or I'm just not good with pain? These aren't just casual observations, they're commands, instructions you're giving your body about how to behave. And your body, faithful servant that it is, delivers exactly what you've ordered. The impact of this realization alone can be life-changing, but the real journey begins when you understand that you can reverse this process just as powerfully as you've been unknowingly reinforcing it. If this resonates with you, hit that subscribe button. I'm constantly sharing practical techniques like this that you can actually use in your life. Now, I want to go even deeper into this topic because understanding the concept intellectually is one thing, but actually experiencing the shift in your consciousness is where the real revelations happen. The preparation for this technique starts with something you've been doing since the moment you were born, something so fundamental that you rarely give it conscious attention: your breath. That first breath you took as a newborn wasn't just about filling your lungs with air. It was your first act of receiving, and your first exhalation was your first act of giving. This cycle has continued every moment since, this constant exchange between taking in and letting go, between receiving and releasing. Jung recognized that conscious breathing creates an immediate shift in your mental state, preparing your mind to become receptive to the deeper work ahead. The technique involves a specific approach. As you breathe deeply, you lift your gaze upward, eyes looking as high as they comfortably can. This isn't arbitrary. This eye position actually triggers a neurological response that begins shifting your brain into a more receptive, more open state of awareness. 3 deliberate breaths while maintaining this upward focus, and you're already beginning to cross the threshold from your ordinary consciousness into something more malleable, more powerful. This preparation phase might seem simple, almost too simple, but that's exactly the point. The most profound transformations often come through the most accessible doorways, and your breath has always been that doorway. Write in the comments, I'm ready to transform. Once you've established that foundation through conscious breathing, something remarkable begins to happen. Jung understood that to access the deeper layers of your consciousness where real transformation occurs, you need to move beyond your ordinary waking state. This is where the journey inward truly begins, and it happens through a simple yet profound visualization that's been guiding people into altered states of awareness for generations. Picture yourself standing at the top of a staircase, 10 steps stretching down before you. As you begin descending, each step takes you deeper into a state of profound relaxation. With every step downward, you feel the tension melting away from your muscles, from your nerves, from places in your body you didn't even realize were holding stress. This isn't just imagination at work. You're actively shifting your brainwave patterns into what scientists call the alpha state, a level of consciousness where your mind becomes exceptionally receptive, where the barriers between thought and physical reality become remarkably thin. This alpha state is where the real magic happens, where your subconscious mind opens like a doorway and becomes extraordinarily responsive to new programming. It's the same state you naturally drift into just before falling asleep, or when you're so absorbed in something that time seems to disappear. The difference here is that you're entering this state with clear intention, with purpose, preparing your entire being to receive the healing work that's about to unfold. By the time you reach that 10th step, you're in a place of calm receptivity that most people rarely experience in their daily lives, a state where positive transformation can take root at the deepest levels of your being. Now comes the moment where concept transforms into experience. Hovering just above your head, you begin to visualize a spinning vortex of energy. This isn't some vague, abstract idea. You're creating a vivid, tangible image of a powerful tornado-like force spinning in a clockwise direction with purpose and precision. Choose a color for this vortex, whatever color resonates with healing for you. Perhaps it's a deep, rich purple, or maybe a brilliant gold, a calming blue, a radiant silver, or pure white light. The specific color matters less than the clarity of your visualization and the intention behind it. This vortex is wider than your shoulders, longer than your entire body, a spinning column of healing energy that's about to move through every inch of your physical being. Watch it spin like an enormous top, turning and rotating with focused power. As you hold this image in your mind's eye, you're preparing to invite this force to enter your body through the crown of your head, where it will begin its systematic work of seeking out and dissolving those toxic thoughts, those limiting beliefs, those hidden patterns that have been compromising your well-being without your conscious awareness. The revelation here is that you're not just passively receiving healing, you're actively constructing the very mechanism that will deliver it. This vortex knows exactly what it's looking for. Write in the comments, "I can see it clearly." This vortex knows exactly what it's looking for as it enters through the crown of your head and moves into the deepest recesses of your mind. Think of it like those rotating brushes in a car wash, methodically moving across every surface, finding dirt and grime you didn't even know was there, dislodging it, sweeping it away until what's left is clean and renewed. But instead of cleaning a car's exterior, this spinning force is moving through your mental landscape, your belief systems, your unconscious programming. Here's what most people never realize. Somewhere along your journey, you picked up beliefs about yourself that simply aren't serving you. Maybe you learned that getting sick was the only way to get rest, the only time people would care for you without judgment. Perhaps you developed a pattern of using physical symptoms as protection from situations you didn't know how to handle any other way. Or maybe you unconsciously prioritized yourself through illness because you never learned you were worthy of prioritization when you were well. These aren't conscious decisions you made. They're hidden patterns operating behind the scenes of your awareness, quietly directing your body's responses. If this shifted something in you, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps this reach others who might need to hear it. As this vortex spins faster, accelerating to a specific healing frequency, something extraordinary happens. It's literally vibrating these old, toxic beliefs out of your system, shaking them loose from where they've been embedded in your neural pathways, in your cellular memory, in the very fabric of how you've learned to exist in your body. And here's the crucial part. As it removes the old programming, it's simultaneously installing new code, new instructions, transforming your entire system into what Jung called a wellness-making machine. Your body is being rewired to default to health, to automatically choose well-being, to operate from a foundation of vitality rather than vulnerability. But the transformation doesn't stop with passive visualization. As the vortex continues its journey through your head, moving to your ears, your throat, your mouth, you activate the most powerful tool you have for solidifying this new programming, your voice. Jung understood that speaking affirmations aloud creates an exponentially stronger impact than merely thinking them. When you declare out loud with conviction, with the full force of your intention, "My body is a wellness-making machine," you're not just saying words, you're issuing a command that reverberates through every cell, every system, every function of your physical being. This is where mindset meets physiology in the most direct way possible. The spinning vortex is already doing its work, and now your voice joins in, creating a double reinforcement that makes the new programming impossible for your body to ignore. Each repetition embeds the message deeper, replacing decades of negative conditioning with clear, powerful directives about health and vitality. Your body has no choice but to listen, to respond, to reorganize itself around these new instructions you're so deliberately installing. Put down, I am a wellness-making machine. Your body has no choice but to listen, to respond, to reorganize itself around these new instructions you're so deliberately installing. As you continue affirming your wellness, the vortex doesn't remain static in your head. It begins its methodical journey downward, traveling through your throat, spreading through your arms, moving into your chest, descending through your stomach, working its way along your spine, down through your legs, all the way to your feet. This isn't a rushed process. It's thorough, deliberate, touching every single system that keeps you alive and functioning. Your immune system, that remarkable network of defenders working tirelessly behind the scenes every moment of every day, receives special attention. Think about what's happening in your body right now, even as you're reading this. Specialized cells are patrolling your bloodstream, searching for invaders, identifying threats, calling for backup when needed, surrounding and neutralizing anything that doesn't belong. They're creating antibodies, building your library of defenses, ensuring that your body remembers how to protect itself. This symphony of protection has been playing since you were born, and the vortex is now amplifying its power, reinforcing its efficiency, reminding every cell of its role in keeping you vibrantly healthy. But it goes beyond just your immune system. Your nervous system, that intricate communication network sending signals at lightning speed throughout your body, is being recalibrated. Your skeletal structure, the framework that holds you upright and allows you to move through the world, is being realigned. Your digestive system, transforming food into fuel and efficiently eliminating what you don't need, is being optimized. Your metabolic processes, those chemical reactions happening in every cell that determine your energy levels and vitality, are being fine-tuned to operate at their peak performance. The vortex touches your organs one by one, your heart pumping life-giving blood through thousands of miles of vessels, your lungs exchanging oxygen with every breath, your liver filtering and detoxing, your kidneys maintaining perfect balance. It works on your vision, your hearing, your ability to speak and express yourself. It moves through your posture, encouraging your spine to straighten, your shoulders to relax, your head to lift with confidence. Even your flexibility, both physical and mental, receives attention as this healing energy continues its comprehensive journey through your entire being. What makes this practice so powerful is what happens next. Imagine opening two valves at the soles of your feet, and as these valves open, the vortex acts like the most powerful vacuum you've ever encountered. All the negativity it's dislodged, all the toxic beliefs it's identified, all the limiting patterns it's broken apart. Everything flows downward and out through your feet, pulled from your body and released into the earth where it can be neutralized and transformed. What remains in your body is pure potential, clean energy, unobstructed wellness. This isn't meant to be a one-time experience. The real impact comes from making this a daily practice, a conscious decision to consistently reinforce this new programming. Write in the comments, "I choose wellness daily." This isn't meant to be a one-time experience. The real impact comes from making this a daily practice, a conscious decision to consistently reinforce this new programming, returning to this state of awareness where you remember that you are the architect of your own well-being. Each time you engage with this process, you're strengthening the neural pathways that support health. You're making wellness not just a goal, but your default state of being. If you've stayed with me through this entire journey, you're already part of a community that understands something most people never grasp, that true healing begins with the recognition of your own power. This is why I create content like this, to share these revelations with people who are ready to take responsibility for their own transformation, who understand that knowledge without application remains just information, but knowledge put into practice becomes wisdom that changes lives. If this resonated with you, if you felt that shift happening as we move through this together, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. There's so much more to explore about the hidden connections between consciousness and physical reality, about techniques that have been tested and proven over decades of working with people just like you. Every video I create is designed to give you practical tools you can actually use, not just theories to think about. And here's something I genuinely want to know. Leave a comment saying, "This message was meant for me," if you made it all the way to this point. I read these comments, and there's something powerful about declaring your commitment, about making it real by putting it into words that others can see. It's another way of reinforcing the transformation you've just experienced. If this video added value to your day, if it gave you a new perspective or a tool you can actually use, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more people discover this content, and honestly, it lets me know that what I'm sharing is landing with you in a meaningful way. There's a video right here that complements this topic perfectly, diving even deeper into how you can harness your mind's power in ways you probably haven't considered yet. Click and continue with me over there. I think you're going to find it just as valuable as what we've covered today. I'll see you in the next one.